Well, a lot of new people are on my channel. Everything's doing very, very well. So I know the perfect thing to do right now is talk about why I don't like customer service in Sweden. But on a very serious note, guys, in my 10 things I hate about Sweden video, and I talked about this, I brought up customer service, and a lot of things that people say is that they don't like the customer service in the US as far as being bothered when they're eating dinner or eating a meal and people coming by so much. And that's a cultural difference, and I get that. But I just had an experience where I had to deal with a United States company and then a Swedish company, and wow. It just goes into my point of how bad sometimes customer service can be here. It's hit or miss. Don't get me wrong. I've had great customer service, but it's about 50-50. I find that customer service in Sweden is either terrible or awesome. And before you slam that dislike and just hate me because I'm being negative against Sweden, like, look, I talk about things about the United States and Sweden. I feel like I'm fair, and at the end of the day, this is my opinion, and I can't always look at everything with rose-colored glasses because that's not fair to you guys either. So let's talk about this. So I had to recently deal with a cable/internet company, and I don't want to say their name, so let's call them Bobhem. So someone lived in the apartment I used to live in, and they forgot to return their cable box, and we took a lot of their furniture. We were friends. They only lived here for a year, so we bought some of their furniture and some stuff, and they forgot to return their cable box, and so they got a huge bill for the cable box. And I get that that was like their fault and their problem or whatever. But they contacted me and said, wow, can you please like mail this cable box back? I said, yeah, sure, that should be fine. Let me call. Oh, I said their name. Let me call Bobhem. There we go. So I called Bobhem, and I'm on the phone. Talked to this guy, very, very, very nice, and explained the situation. Can we mail this back? Oh, we were on the phone for probably about 30 minutes because I couldn't get the person's customer information and blah, 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 blah. Well, finally, as I'm getting off the phone, he's like, we're going to mail you the slip. You put the thing in the box and you mail it to us. And as he's hanging up, I'm saying, yeah, but you're mailing it in this other person's address. Don't you mail it in my address? And the phone like clicks. So I thought, well, maybe it's all going to work out or whatever. So I wait a week and nothing happens. Nothing comes. So I talked to my girlfriend and said, I took this conversation with this guy in English. Maybe it's better if you talk to them in Swedish. So my girlfriend and I, a week later, she calls Bobhem again, and they're on the phone. And she says the situation. She explains everything in Swedish, and the girl said on the other line says, okay, sure. I need to talk to someone about this. Stay on hold. Puts my girlfriend on hold for over 45 minutes, and she about loses her mind. So she hangs up. And I call again, and then she talks to him again, and she's not so happy about the whole situation, and she explains stuff, and she says, I was on hold for 45 minutes. The guy's very, very nice, and he's like, well, I assure you, at this point, we are going to mail this out to you guys in your name so you can mail this box. Awesome. So we contact them. That happens. We wait another week. It still doesn't come. So at this point, I'm pretty upset, and I call them again. I'm on the phone for another 30 minutes trying to deal with this, and as I'm on the phone, I'm explaining to them at this point, I don't even think we should need to mail the box back. I think that they should just take the cut on the losses because I don't want to do anything else. This was literally the fourth time we called them. And they said that maybe this thing got lost in the mail, maybe it was Postnor's fault, whatever. But they assure us they're going to mail out this box again. So a total of 4 phone calls and 3 weeks goes by to finally resolve this issue. And I added up the time. It was about 2 hours on the phone. And I don't know how you can run a company like that, to be honest. Like, I feel like at a certain point, if you're a company, if you've screwed up that many times and made it difficult for the customer, You should just cut your losses. You should say, all right, guys, don't worry about the box anymore. We don't care. We'll eat the cost of this and just let it go. Because I've been a customer of you guys for 6 years. Why are you going to make it so hard? Like, I don't understand that. Like, do you not value me as a customer? Do you not value the customer? How can you run a business and have people call you 4 times? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's ridiculous. You should be concerned about the customer. People wonder why companies like Amazon do so well. It's because if something happens and it's not even Amazon's fault, they'll just give you the money back, or they'll just send you the product again and take that loss because it's worth it having you as a customer. So let's explain my US customer service. I ordered contacts from the United States, and after 2 weeks, they didn't come. And I didn't even call. I did an online chat. I talked to the person and I explained the situation, and they said, oh my gosh, we're so sorry about this. It must have got lost in the mail. We're going to mail out this contacts to you again, but we're going to send it as quick as we possibly can, at no charge to you guys, or no charge to me. They mail it out, and I get my contacts within 4 days. I get a phone call from the UPS man who says, hey, where do you want me to leave your contacts? Sets it there. I didn't have to talk to anyone on the phone. They automatically sent me more contacts at no cost. They weren't even concerned about it, and now they're at my door. And the thing is, I've been buying contacts online for 6 years. They didn't lose me as a customer right there. They sorted out the problem, and it was an amazing customer service experience. So you can't sit here and tell me that I'm crazy when I talk about how Swedish customer service can be terrible at times. It was a terrible experience, the way Bomhem treated us, the way Bomhem handled the situation. And as you can see, my American customer service, boom, they fixed it. It was all good. You got to care about the customer first. I don't understand that logic. And I look at forums of Americans in Sweden, and I look at forums and people see this. And when I explain customer service in the United States, a lot of times Swedes get really hurt by that because they think that like I'm not telling the truth. But a lot of times this is the case. I have found a lot of times in customer service in Sweden, if someone doesn't know the answer to something, they don't tell you that they don't know the answer. They just kind of give you go around in circles sometimes. So, and again, it's 50-50. I've had great customer service. If you work in customer service, you don't have to be like upset about it. You can if you want to be, but this is just the reality of it. Like, I've been here 6 years. I'm not lying about this. So that's my experience on this, guys. So, guys, I hope you like this one. And for those of you that don't like that I'm being negative about it, well, get over it. All right? And I'll see you in the next video. Hej då!